Good evening, all of you, and welcome you all in AEW. I, Arshna ma'am, once again present here to focus on the topics which are important in biology rather in science, CBSE class 10. Well, class 10, your NCRT textbook has 6 chapters which are included in the bio part, and those are life processes, control and coordination, heredity and evolution, reproduction in living organisms, our environment, and management in natural resources, management of natural resources. Now these 4 topics are there, and second topic, that is a control and coordination, is almost deleted, and if maybe some parts are included, but whatever it's there, but maximum part of this chapter is deleted. So we will be first focusing today on the chapter life processes, which is a very big chapter, big one, consisting of 4 more sub parts in it, and those sub parts are nutrition in plants and animals. Number 2 is circulation in plants and animals. Number 3, respiration in plants and animals. And fourth is the process of excretion in plants and animals. So you can understand how much big this chapter is. And when you start studying, lots of things are there which you need to focus on. It's not the whole chapter, but I will tell you, you'll read the chapter thoroughly. That is important. But focus on these topics more. Those who are involved, rather are there in the coaching of EEW, they very well know what to write, rather what not to write, how much to write, rather one question, if it's a 1 mark, what are the important points that needs to be put in. So they know it, but still those who are not the part of EEW but are in contact with us and rather are asking for the assistance, I am there to just put these points. If you like, you follow, and but I will say it's important. Now the first thing, let's start with the chapter excretion. In the chapter excretion, what are the things which are important? It's the structure of nephron. You know, nephron is a structural and functional unit of kidney. So its structure, that is the diagram, is important. Number 2, the formation, that is the process of formation of urine, including the ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption, and tubular secretion. Number 3 is the excretory systems diagram, including the kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, urethra. And dialysis is obviously important, the process. It can be asked to explain along with the diagram the whole process, or the definition of dialysis can be asked. Even along with this, composition of urine is also important. In case of excretion of plants, let me tell you only the excretory products you need to know. What are the excretory products which are excreted out in the plants? These parts need to be focused. And then comes the nutrition in plants. This topic comes where you can say that palisade and spongy, these are the cells which are present in the internal structure of a leaf. The related to these type of cells, whatever questions are there are important. And even the light phase and dark phase, which is the part of photosynthesis, it is the phases involved in the process of photosynthesis, important. All the things including in this phases, the reactions, yes, what are happening, where it is happening, everything concerned with these reactions are important. Types of nutrients are important, like saprophytic, autotrophic, heterotrophic, parasitic. These type of nutrients are important. Even the diagram of amoeba is also there, considering the holozoic nutrition. And even the events of photosynthesis, what happens actually in the process of photosynthesis, is important. Then comes nutrition in animals. Yes, here the tooth decay mechanism, how it is happening, that needs to be focused. Dental formula, and obviously the types of teeth are there with their functions. Then a short note on digestion in mouth, how it is happening, what is happening rather in mouth. And function of intestinal juice, function of pancreatic juice. Villi, its function and its characteristics. Process of peristalsis, bile juice, its composition, and the function of liver here. Along with this, one thing more in nutrition is that a question related to this can be asked, like why the digestive system of herbivores is longer than in comparison to the carnivores. These type of short questions are many, so I'm not going on questions. I'm just focusing on the topics. Go through the topics very carefully, and related to those topics, whatever you get the questions, do those. Then comes the chapter circulation, which is also a part of life processes. Circulation in plants includes the three types of systems, like cohesion addition theory, transpiration pull theory, and root pressure theory. But I will say, out of these three theories, transpiration pull theory is the most important, because questions related to this is only asked how transpiration helps in absorption of water. And along with this, you need to know the xylem and phloem concept. Obviously, you need to know its function, its composition. Those parts are important. Then circulation in animals, that is a very very important part of life process, which involves lot of things, but still in that also you can focus on this more, like circulation of blood through human heart. Yes, and the three things related to blood pressure, the definition, the instrument used for measuring the blood pressure, and even the types of blood pressure, systolic, diastolic. So it can come in form of definition also, it can come in form of difference also. Types of blood cells, WBC, RBC, platelets, their functions, their difference is important. Process of clotting is very important, where short questions can also be asked. I have given many students the short questions, and I have said how the questions can be asked. Yes, so that part is also very important. And even the mechanism can be asked, the whole mechanism can be asked, or short questions from that part can be asked. Lymph is very important, where definition of lymph and its function is need to be known. And systemic pulmonary systemic pulmonary circulation, the diagram is also important. Even the difference between these two type of circulation is there, that is also important. Now let's come to the process of respiration. It's a very short chapter, but still it's important in some respect. You need not go through the whole chapter, but there are few things which you need to focus a lot. That is inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation, which is also known as inspiration, expiration, needs to be studied very much thoroughly, because for short questions, even the differences, even the whole process can be asked. Along with this, short note on muscle cramps, the concept of muscle cramps, क्यों हो रहा है, इसमें कैसे हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, that needs to be known. Now aerobic and anaerobic respirations difference, it's important difference in any basis. Almost 4 to 5 differences are there. You need to know almost all the differences, because again short questions can be put on it. Concept of fermentation, how it is different from anaerobic respiration, both are not same. So that concept needs to be focused on. And even the concept of Krebs cycle and glycolysis, this is also very very important. How Krebs cycle differs from glycolysis, what is Krebs cycle and glycolysis. Then comes the respiration in plants. Here this portion is very short. Generally stomata is the main thing here which you need to focus. तो आपको क्या जानना है ये देख लीजिए. स्टोमाटा का स्ट्रक्चर यहाँ पे इम्पोर्टेंट है. स्टोमाटा के डायग्राम आपको दे दिया गया, आपको लेबल करना हुआ ये भी हो सकता है, या आपको कहा गया कि ड्रॉ द स्टोमाटा एंड लेबल इट्स पार्ट्स, ये भी हो सकता है. सो इट कैन बी आस्क्ड इन एनी वे. So stomata in any how is important, because lots of you can see that lots of experiments are there. Yes, so practical based questions can also be put on this stomata part. And even the function of stomata is important. How stomata opens and closes, there is a mechanism for opening and closing of stomata, that is also very very important. So these are the some things which you need to be focusing on. And otherwise you have to read the whole chapter. I have told you earlier also, nothing can be excluded out. But still, as many of you said, ma'am, tell us which part to study. So these are the parts, just go through it. Questions, obviously, what will be coming, just solve the 10-year question papers. You will understand what type of questions are coming. But topics, these are the topics. Just focus on this more, or hope so it will be easy for you in your boards. Okay? So in the next video I will try to put down the important points of heredity and evolution, and reproduction also. I will try to combine these two, and will be putting it together in one video. Okay? चलिए तब तक के लिए थैंक यू सो मच एंड बाय बाय.